Well, good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Real Love. We have an amazing couple here for you that's going to teach us what real love is all about. Don't forget, though, before we get started, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know that we're having a blast over here at Oasis Wellness of Life. How are you, Mr. and Ms. Elder?
Absolutely
Awesome.
wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Liz. How are
Thanks for
you?
having us.
I'm doing well. Look, all of us together because y'all smiling, radiating over here, making me smile.
Yeah, energy.
I
Yeah,
know,
high
right?
vibration.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we are here to get some nuggets about what real love is, and you all are like an amazing example of what real love is. I mean, you stand the test of time. So, you know, we want to know first of all, how did you meet? How did this all start? I know oftentimes we have different versions, the his version and the her version. So, whichever one of you want to start first, I'm gonna throw the ball in y'all court.
Well, I think the beginning of my part of the story has a little bit more meat to it. So I'm gonna start a little bit and then let him go. I
Okay.
it was back in 2000, and I was 24, and my cousin just broke up with her boyfriend of a long time, and and back then everybody just hung out on Belle Isle. Belle Isle is a park here in Detroit where everybody just congregate, meet up, watch cars drive by, and that's exactly what my intentions were for that particular time. I just wanted to go watch the cars. We went to the bar and we just hung out just to cheer her up. So we're standing there watching the cars bounce up and down and watch the rims and everything like that. And then this big blue van came up and just drove up and was like some chocolate man on the inside telling me to come here. I'm like, I ain't about to walk up to your van, boy. So he was with his cousin, what I'm saying? He was leaning all the way back. So I'm like, you about to knock me in the head and throw me in the van. So he whipped over, next to my car and and then he got out walking like this, like how he yeah, like what is this guy all about?
She thought I had pads
I
in
thought
my shoes.
I was gonna say that. I thought he had shoulder pads in his shoulders. His shoulders so huge. I'm like, these shoulders, he got shoulder pads on his back. I'm like, this is all this guy. So from then on, we traded numbers and he was a little sarcastic in the beginning because he thought I was one of those girls he was just gonna flirt with and get her number and move on.
That's all I was out there for that day.
That's all.
Anyway, I just got a bad relationship.
He felt my energy. He was just like, no, I'm not gonna. He was giving me some type of survey. He was giving to these females or whatever. He was like, no, I'm not gonna give this to you. I'm gonna call you, whatever. And he just like we kind of separated ways, and I kept his number for a long time because at that time I did have a boyfriend, but it wasn't a good relationship. It wasn't really much of a relationship, so it was just like I'm still single.
And yeah, this king had to come sweep her off her feet. That's what happened.
You can tell the rest of the
story. That's how that happened. But yeah, she was in a relationship. I just got out of a bad relationship, so I was just out for a while, and then it was some weeks later, we ended up talking on the phone, and her cousin and my cousin Will, come to find out, that's when we really found out that we was cousins through, and her cousin and my cousin, they started talking, they started dating. But then we all went on a date together. We had made plans, and I was
Sweetie's Day.
Yeah, on Sweetie's Day. And I was bouncing, me and my cousin Will, we was bouncing at the Club Network downtown. And that day we just had an amazing day. We went to where we met at downtown to Belle Isle. And I had my big blue van and we just had a good time. We sat out at that park like all day and party, got to know each other a little bit, And from then it was on, boyfriend? What boyfriend?
He influenced me into a lot of stuff.
The king showed up. I'm
Yeah.
hearing that the king showed up and
Hey,
swept you off your feet, huh?
that's all
Yeah,
it took.
that was not, I was like pretty much a sheltered woman, and and I was on uh the brink of discovering my adulthood, and I didn't want a man, but then I was like, I wanted to experience. I actually, honestly, my intentions were a one night stand with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was at that point, I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Be real. Yes.
I was just like, whatever. I'm single. I'm paying my own bills. I'm, driving my own brand new car. Whatever. Let's go. So
Wow.
that one night stand, our first date was like about 24 hours, a little bit over 24 hours long. And that
Wow.
first date ended up a lifetime.
That's funny because just interjecting here, everybody that that have met my mom and dad who are no longer here, that was their story. They met,
Wow.
and their both of their intention was that it was just going to be a one night stand, and it ended up to be a 40+ year marriage. They were inseparable after that. So
Yeah.
that's amazing when the chemistry is there, and like you just said, the energy and the spirits just connect. It's like
Yep.
it's like an electrical something that happens, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long well, no, I'm gonna get that one last. What was your first, well, you said what your first date was like? 24, you said how many hours?
I'm about 24.
Yeah. It was a long time because actually
hours.
I ended up taking her to work with me that night when I was bouncing.
It sounds like you kidnapped her.
Yeah,
All day.
she came in, and of course they came in like VIP, because me and my cousin, we got right on up in there, and they stayed until the end, and from then we just went out. we went. It was getting late, so and at that point she couldn't keep her hands off me at that time. So.
Don't believe the hype. I would tell y'all the other part of the story, but we got kids on YouTube and stuff like that. So,
well, we're not a kid-friendly channel, so be free to tell us what you want to tell us.
He talked me into spending the night.
Did he?
And he was like,
she couldn't resist it.
He was like, you can take your clothes off and lay next to me. I'm like, okay. I was gonna take my clothes off. I'm gonna lay right next to you.
So, with that being said, what's the secret ingredient?
Man, look, he just see, down deep I had intentions, but I was like, I'm gonna be good if you know what I'm saying, if you don't say nothing, I'm just gonna be cool, I'm gonna go to sleep and get up and go home. But no, he was like, yeah, let me just hold you and let me just this and that. And I'm not gonna use all the verbiage he used.
Right.
He got the underwear off.
It was on ever since.
So we smooth. It was smooth.
Yeah, like, sit down next to me, girl.
Now, what if you were to say a secret ingredient? Well, you guys got me over here blushing and laughing. What's the secret ingredient? What do you think, if there is a secret ingredient? What's the secret ingredient to all this longevity here?
I feel like never say the same. We had to go through ups and downs. We're not perfect. What I'm saying, we choose to be here. We could have separated ways, a long time ago. I mean, because it ain't perfect. We display a happy marriage. However, this took work. It's work.
Yeah.
You both have to want to be there. And then remembering that dating life we all went through, and all the jerks that we ran into, or the unhappy relationships, or the the things that come with dating, all that. Do you want to do that again, or you just want to just kind of just stay where you're at but become better together? And that's the thing, you become one, you become each other's energy. When one is down, then the other one is up. You know what I'm saying? When the other one is down, the other one is up. Absolutely. You know, so yes, when I started my weight loss journey, you know, it was a different, it was a shift. You know, it was things he had to get used to. You know, he was and along with that I started a business. So it was, you know, I'm constantly, now I'm busy like he is, and he's like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Wait, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? It was different for him, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, me evolving into a better person, you know, everything about me is changing, everything. So I'm not the same person that I was when he first met me, or the mother and the wife, you know, I was in the middle of our journey. I mean, of our marriage. You know what I'm saying? Every day is different now, even more so. You know, we both had to learn how to communicate and evolve together. He had to learn how to move with me in this. Not that he was upset about the weight loss, but it was just, you know, now we're both what you know,
Doing about the same
same
thing.
thing.
Because I was always, on my journey for my family to make things always better, for my businesses and everything, just out grinding,
Mm-hmm.
but and at one time I was at the gym like every single day, until of course I had this situation with my ankle. But now I see my wife, I'm proud of her. She out there every single day. I got a new wife now, and I could pick her up and throw her up in the air and all type of stuff.
Y'all, he out there, girl. He trying.
Even throughout the years, though, when we was together
Wow.
at the beginning, I ain't never looked at her or display her of her weight anyway. It was all in the heart because it was real love. I had been in relationships, ghetto relationships, kids, mothers, just idiot. I mean, just different, Then this young lady here, just on a whole different page, you know what I'm saying? I ain't not, being so insecure. I didn't hear, I couldn't even leave the house at times in other relationships. They always was thinking something. I really wasn't doing that. So
Wow.
it was a whole different shift, So it was something I had to get used to too, because from getting out of something old and stepping into something new, a better new, really,
Ooh.
it was good for me because I have changed too. I wasn't this person, years that I am now that I was years ago. I was different. I was
I love
wild. I used
that.
to drink a lot, and she seen the bad sides of me and the good sides of me. She just seen what I have, where I have come from, because and where I'm at today, and nothing but
Yeah.
God's doing. So
I
it
love
was,
that.
on both
I love it.
sides.
I love it when you said a better new, because
Yeah.
and Belinda says that, each day you're evolving and you're shifting. And then you just said a better new. See, and that's just the ebbing and the flowing together. And you said
Mhm.
becoming that one. You said really becoming one. And I think you're saying not hold out. This is what I'm hearing you say. Not hold out any part of you, but coming together as one, flowing on the same
Yeah.
wave, understanding that, nothing is perfect. You have to continuously work at it, but you have to be willing to work at it together. But you said something so key, Belinda. You said we choose to be together. And I think that is like, if we can take anything away from this, is that we choose to be together. We choose to be our best selves for one another. We choose to evolve. I mean, you guys, this is like, I always talk about my mama's sweet potato pie. I can't help it. But every time something just so good to me, when it's that good, I talk about my mama's sweet potato pie. And that's what you guys are,
And
it's
her
like,
sweet potato pie is good.
Ooh,
you
yeah.
know. But that's amazing. So how did he propose, Belinda?
Okay, so one day I was manager of two stores, and I had to redo the floor set, and it was, I had to put up signing in the windows and things like that, and it took me a long time because I was by myself, and it was like the first time I ever done this, and the manager was like, "You can't leave until it's done," and I was just like, "Oh crap," you know what I'm saying? And I knew I had something to do, so he had something planned, and I didn't make it. So I finally got to him. I went to his house, and he was laying in the bed, and he was like, look at the outfit mom got for me for my birthday or for Christmas.
Mhm.
And and she had previously got him a watch, or no, he said, look at the outfit, and then she bought me a watch to match my outfit. So I went to go open up the watch box. I was like, okay, cool, let me see. And I opened up the watch box, excuse me, and it said, it was written in there, "Will you marry me?" with a gold ring on the inside of it. And I was like,
Oh,
oh my God. I didn't I had a feeling he was gonna ask me because he was playing something all day. But I didn't realize he was gonna, I thought he was gonna reschedule and redo it, but he did it that day, and just like that, his
he said, I'm
own
not waiting.
way. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not waiting. I'm done waiting. I'm done waiting.
yeah.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
forget it, you know. So
Wow.
and
How do you all handle conflict if you don't agree on something? How do you
ugh,
handle it?
knock him out. I knock him all the way out. No, we
Knock
it's
them out.
he's the pop off and I'm the calm. So we work together as that, you know. So he'll cuss. He'll cuss. And I'm like, I didn't cuss at you.
Yeah, I used to. I don't cuss like
No,
that.
I'm talking about this is our story.
Mm.
Anyways.
Yeah, because when you say here, it's
Okay,
like
but I'm not saying they know we're working up to that. He don't cuss no more, y'all. Okay. Anyway, so you know, in the past, we wouldn't argue, we would just have disagreements, and you know what I'm saying, and sometimes we would flare up and things like that, but I would be like, you know, I would calm him down, like, let's talk about it. I like to talk things out. I don't like to yell because you're not getting any points across, you know what I'm saying. He came from a background of yelling and fighting and things like that, and I don't do that. I'm not that person, you know. I will, but I just, you know what I'm saying, I choose to, let's talk this out, let's try to solve this problem without, you know, fussing and fighting, you know. And so, you know, he had to learn that from me, you know. And now here's the part, he's better. Yeah. So, you know, so he had to learn how to work with the way I am. You know, I don't call him no B words and no BAN words, you know what I'm saying? I never put him down as a man. You know what I'm saying? I chose to be with this man. So I will never, you know, belittle his character, you know. But you know what I'm saying, I now, you know, I've said some words, but not any curse words, you know what I'm saying. You know, I've flared up, yes I have, because I'm not perfect, but you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, we come together, and he is man enough to apologize, and I'm woman enough to apologize too, and we'll work it out.
yeah, and another thing, we don't never, you know, go to bed mad at each other. You know, we've been like that in our whole, you know, marriage, really. You know, because I feel, I talk about that all the time because I feel that's really important. You don't want to go to bed mad at each other, and you know, for God forbid something was to happen to that loved one throughout the night or something, and you just never got to the time to finish that argument out, or just say, "Hey, I apologize. I'm sorry. You know, I love you." You know, so that's how, you know, don't go to bed. We don't do that mad at
how,
each other.
how long have you been married?
It's been 18 years.
It'll be 19 this year.
It'll be 19 in December. Well,
Wow.
actually, we got another one coming up in July.
Oh, June
June the 30th. Well, I'm
30th.
saying July.
Because it's so close
It's
to
right
July.
there at the end.
And I want to go back to a little bit. We were like every day. We saw each other every single. I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
don't even remember us having days when we didn't see each other. We saw each other every single day since that first date. Like we were like,
And we was excited to see each other. People thought we was tripping. We was
yeah,
crazy. We could go somewhere. We'd meet at the White Castle or something, or meet somewhere, and we'd just be,
oh my
and they'd be like, y'all not tired.
I feel like at that point, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't looking for nobody, but I needed somebody, you know what I'm saying, to that I needed that feeling of one, you know, a relationship, you know. I needed that because he showed me, you know, I'm about to be Terry, wait a minute. He's
Uh-oh.
be, you And he just really showed me love in the very beginning. He talked to me for hours about his family. I knew all y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I knew all y'all before I even met y'all. You know what I'm saying? I knew all his family, his father who passed on before I met him. I knew everybody, and I was like, this man love his family, he gonna love me, so
Mm.
he proved that, so with a marriage, you kind of got to go back to the beginning. Like, why did I decide to be here in the first place? And then some days you're gonna be like, "Ah, I don't want to be here no more." He get on my nerves, he irritating me, what I'm saying? We all go through that as married
Right.
women, because
And married men.
oh yeah, everybody do.
Right.
We all go through that, so I mean, everybody goes through that in
Mm-hmm.
relationship in general, and but we got to go. My mom always said, go back to the beginning. However, go back to the beginning, but remember to move together towards the future. You got to want to evolve and be together towards your future, because there's children involved. You got to think about everything that's involved. And if you're still not happy, then that's when you do something about it. Never be in a place where you're unhappy. Because a lot of women who get married, they get married for the title. Men,
Mm.
because some men, I don't know, I can't speak on the man, but some men may get pressured into, proposing to a woman. I've
Wow.
heard that before, but women get married because little girls, we want to get married, and we think about that, we dream about that dress, we
Mm-hmm.
dream about going down the aisle, and our man is standing back there right before us, waiting for us to waiting for us to reach out our hand to him. And we think about that, and then men don't dream about being married. They don't daydream about, sometimes, say maybe when they get older, but they as little boys, they don't, oh, my wife, so I'm going to stand at the altar and wait for her. No, they like to have fun in their youth
Yeah.
first. Saying we think
You
about
know,
being married all of our lives.
because
So
that's
with
that's
that
sort of
being,
forced. That's sort of forced. And when you think
yeah,
about what we teach our little girls and what we feed them, what we give them, like Cinderella. I was just talking about that earlier. Cinderella and all these little fairy tales or what have you. It's always the prince, and it's always the
yep,
prince coming to rescue you on a
yep,
on a um on a white horse or what have you. So we have those type of expectations. So I understand exactly what you're talking about. And the boys,
mhm,
they get what they get. They get guns and gun belts and cowboys and
yes.
shoot them up. So
They don't think about being no husband or no father.
so I
We
think it's
take care of
wonderful.
babies all our life.
Absolutely. I think it's wonderful when you can come to what you two bring together and be able to work it out together, seeing that we were all, male is taught different, we're taught different as women. So to be able to find your Prince Charming and, to be able to work it out and work it through, and, the test of time, 18 years, that's 19 going on 19 years. That's work. Like you said, it takes work,
Yes.
but I love what you said about ebbing and flowing together. And I mean, I tell our audience to make sure that you have a pen and a piece of paper out, because success leaves clues. It doesn't matter if you're talking about which part of your life, if it's your marriage, if it's your relationship, if it's your what have you, it leaves clues. So y'all gave me a whole page of notes. I'm putting a little book together, a compilation, because the one thing that I find with the couples when we've been doing couples love language, and this common thread is that it's not about self, it's about the togetherness, it's about trust, communication, it's about really truly caring about and caring for your partner's heart, and that's like the common thread through all of the couples that we talked about. And you guys said the same thing, but I love how everybody has their own style, their own, like
Yeah.
you said for you two, it was like you said, energy. It was the
Yeah.
energy, it was the compatibility, it was this is
Definitely.
something different, a better new. And that better new is
Better
like
know, yeah.
from the beginning. You said you were used to something different, Belinda. You were used to something different, Cecil, when you guys came together, and it was a better new. So, that's the name of your episode, a better new. And I think
Better
Yeah,
new.
that was good.
Hey,
you encourage people you encourage each other, encourage other people are here to say, if you just, wait, your better new is coming. Yeah. So is there anything that you would like to leave our folks with? You know, I mean, you live the example. You guys look at, you can see it, you radiate off of the screen. You guys both have a glow, you know, so that's the better new. Everybody is worth waiting for.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just
And
want to say,
working for. Go ahead.
yeah,
What'd you say?
I just want to say, this is my queen. You know, I thank God for every day. You know, through all the things we have been through. You know, I thank God for all the time. You know, actually on her birthday, I just upgraded her a new ring. Y'all
Oh,
can
that's
see that.
beautiful. It's
You know, just
gorgeous.
to let her know a dedication of my love. It's just awesome to have somebody who, you know, who to be here for you, you know, knowing that you what you done been through, you know, through the ups and downs. So giving
Absolutely.
the hat off to my queen today.
Aw, that is so
Yeah.
special. It's gonna make us cry. Look at that. You guys are so sweet. That is so amazing. And you, my dear queen, if you can still talk after all that.
Yeah, I just want to know, let him know that I truly appreciate it. I love him. He always made me feel like Beyonce, whether I was 400 pounds or where I am now. You know, I, I, he always showed me love in spite of, like I said, he was always man to come to me and apologize and set things right. You know, so I love my king.
Oh, that is so sweet.
In spite of everything, you know, we've been through, and it's been a lot. But you know, like I said, we chose to be here. You know, it's better here.
Ooh, that's good. She said a better new and it's better here. I'm already, you know, that's what's going on in your title. A better new, and we chose to be here. That is so wonderful. But I just want to congratulate both of you. You know, you're amazing examples. You know, as I was growing up, I said, man, I only see one couple that I know has been together forever and ever. And really, you know, we don't have any examples. But now, you know, as I'm doing my, you know, inviting guests on, you know, there are some couples that are successful and they're willing to give us the keys to what it takes. So I thank you and I applaud you both for being such amazing, wonderful examples of, you know, of love. And you know, that's what I believe God intended us to be. You know, he intended man and woman to be together, and he intended us to you know, complete one another. So not that you're not whole to, apart, but together is just, we just need one another. So thank you both so much for your time today, and thank
Thank
you
you
and
for having us.
congratulations on another 120 together.
Amen. Yes.
All righty. Well, there you have it, elder style. I hope you took some great notes. And, you know, like always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And then we'll be getting back with you and getting more about love language. Again, thank you, Mr. and Ms. Elder, for being here today. Stay fearless, everybody. And bye for now.